Alright, hello. This is my sketchbook for our class for the years 2016 to 2017. So let me open it right up to this part. So, one of the first assignments we ever got was to design a table for our school. So we had to use red, white, and blue. So, here are the first original sketches I did. I wanted to do something like with stars. And then I was looking at another artist's work, and I really liked all the swirlies he did, and I thought maybe we could do that, but I was like, it's too kind of complicated. These are the dimensions of the table that I wrote down. This is my personal final design. William Hopel was the artist I was inspired by. He made a ginormous statue of an American flag, and I just kind of like drew it in motion because I really liked all the folds. And this was the final design my group came up with, and yes, all right. So one of the next major sketchbook assignments were cards, and to develop playing cards in our own original style. At first, I wanted to do Pokemon. That's why you can see Pikachu right here. And I already had like all the elements kind of figured out and what suits they would be. But I decided that I wanted to do something else, which were angels. So here are all the rough sketches of each of the playing cards. You can see up here, there's where all the spheres and what suits they were going to be. Here's where I was trying to figure out whether or not I wanted them to glow, their eyes to glow with color or a pencil. And here are all the original designs for each of them. You can see that I was testing colors and markers to see what I wanted to do. And, all the suits came later, such as this card right here, this one right here. These are two of the suit cards that are just basic ones. These I came up with later, and I kind of tore out the place where I planned the just normal number cards, which I'm kind of sad about because I wanted to see what I originally thought. But here are the final designs of each of my cards. I'm a little disappointed by the white space that I left, but I really do like this one. This one's my favorite. Just because it looks well thought out, and there's, like, not so much going on like this one, and I just like this one a lot. This one's my favorite. Picking favorites in my art. Let me put all these cards back. Oh, I'm getting off focused. And flip the page. Alright. So we did a silhouette project where you can see right there. We basically cut out one of our classmates' figure to showcase what technology does to kids. Like, it kind of like shuts them out of what's going on, because if you can see, there's a bunch of colors, but the silhouette is gray. So I just glued a picture of it, and then I did more colors around it to emphasize that there's a lot going on around the person. Alright, the 2D project. Probably one of my most successful attempts. Probably one of my most unique projects, I would have to say. So this was my original planning notes. I knew I wanted to do something with gold and like inking, and I was deciding on, like, I wanted to do a middle piece and like things coming out of it. So I like planned, was it going to be historical, religion, nature, animal? Ultimately, I picked nature. As you can see, why I picked nature is so I drew a tree here, and I drew grandfather clock, and I liked the tree a lot better. So here was the rough sketch of what I wanted my project to be. Now, my project is a whole lot different from what this is because I got some advice on some spacing issues that I had, and um, I definitely wanted the animals to pop out of the frame and leave the tree like in a frame, so almost like the animals were coming out of the picture than being secluded in it. This was just a sketchbook assignment about showing like symbolism. Like for movement, we always see arrows, and I thought the human body was really good as a symbol just for movement because um, movement can tell a lot about like what a person's doing. So I thought just just showing the human body was a great symbolism for movement. All right, our technology in teens, or technology piece, like how technology affects teenage lives, either a pro or a con. This one I did a lot of planning on. Um, so at first I was gonna do something about online friends versus your real friends. So I had like a bunch of girls here. And then I was thinking about a guy surrounded by computers, which is the start of that. And then I decided to, instead of continue sketching, to think of some pros and cons. Um, and I picked addiction for what I was going to base my final design on. So I decided to make video game consoles into different people in this girl's life. So here's the Xbox, who was supposed to be the boyfriend, but I kind of made him the big brother because I didn't include one of these sketches. Here's the Nintendo 64, which is the dad, the Sega Genesis, which is the mom, the PC, who was supposed to be the older brother, but I decided the Xbox should be, and then the PC, which is the little sister. So here is the final design of my technology piece, and I wish my phone would focus on it. Here we go. So if you can see, the people who represent her family, who are the video game consoles, don't have any eyes. And I feel like drawing things faceless is has a lot of symbolism, and like they don't. It's almost like they don't have a personality because human eyes. The first thing they try to detect is a human face or a face in anything, and with just a smile, they just come across as creepy. And then there you have her, who's like normal, sitting there all happy. But when everybody's gone, it's kind of horrifying because she's addicted to these game consoles. And when they're gone, she basically has a withdrawal. This is, I think it's just an artist study on a piece of artwork. This was kind of what the artwork looked like. We had to pick one, describe the movement. Well, pick elements of art. I did movement and space and color. It's right there. Describing it. So forth. There's museum etiquette because next page, we went to a museum of art. Yeah. I actually really, really enjoyed the art museum. I didn't think I was, but I really did. And basically we sketched the original piece, and then we wrote the artist. Oh, focus. The title, date, the medium they use, the dimension, description, analyze, interpretation, and evaluate. So, yes, these are the pieces I chose. Back. Poor baby Jesus. I actually had to cut out some of his face because I had to leave room for the next big project, which is printmaking. So this is the practice printmaking we did. And as you can see, I made the first mistake of not drawing this backwards, so my prints were backwards. Good job. Here's some ancient Egypt. I don't know why my first printmaking sketch. Here's some sketch notes. And more sketch notes. Yeah. Alright, here is actually the other printmaking. So we did a small printmaking project. So here is my original design. Another mistake I did was words. They are not backwards. So they were going to print backwards on the print. And also I made things too small, so I had to figure out how to fix that problem. So this is the template that I used. We used styrofoam plate, and I wanted to like glue all of my prints around this guy because I thought that was like a pretty cool idea. This was me deciding on which way I wanted it to go. As you can see, I decided to go with the black body and then the background being red. And I really like printmaking, and that is definitely why I had fun with prints. So here is my macro designs. So this was one of the other big projects we were assigned, and it was basically create something big that's usually small and create something small that's usually big. So my inspired artist was Thomas Dumbo. He made a ginormous wolf out of wood. And I thought, well, what if you took fairy tales and you kind of did the same thing? So here's my first thoughts, like Little Red Riding Hood, making different fairy tales but smaller, like Little Red, but making them abstract. So this was my idea for Little Red, making a wolf that kind of combined Little Red with having a ribbon. For Goldilocks, I thought of Goldilocks being like a murderer. And then for Alice in Wonderland, I thought of armored Alice. Eventually, I changed my idea to just the Cheshire Cat, but metallic, because my micro was going to be a metallic mushroom. And this is my small sketch of what I wanted. I was going to do a table, but then my mom came up with a great idea of using a lamp to sketch, to build my metallic mushroom. And I believe, nope. Okay, this was, this is a cutout of my redo project. The thing's not there anymore. So, rest in pieces. And I believe that is it. Alright, that was my sketchbook. Thanks for watching.